Let's try this again. All right. Well, I just skipped the whole entrance part. So there we go. So we crashed. Oh, I think I know what I'm doing. What's going on? I think I know what's going on. The good news is we can skip the entrance. I mean the beginning of the game. Bear with me. Bear with me. The problem I have is the controller's just. I think it's the controller doing it, but because what you're seeing stuff that you're not seeing stuff that I'm seeing. It's because it's showing all these errors and stuff. So I'm gonna try it again. All right, so he you missed a few things. He got into after he used the bazooka to kill those robot things. He got into this spaceship thing and then crash landed on this planet, and now he's in some jungle. And then he determined that this beast here is his own dog, but somehow looks different. So the boy is now using a bone that his dog had found for a weapon to fight these whatever plants and monsters and stuff like that. Um, so I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go around collecting items and stuff like that. Um, Let me see. Oh, come on. So he can sniff around and find some materials for me, like roots and stuff like that, and that can be used to cast magic or whatever spells, alchemy spells they call it in this game. Really cool, and you can configure the dog to where he can be more in the sniffer mode, like search mode, or more into like the offensive, like attack mode. So I'm about to get killed. I'm not really focusing here. So I'm going to use a pedal to heal myself since I found it. I hate those things, the mosquitoes or whatever. All right, we got some roots. We got some more roots. Let me get closer in here and see. There we go. So far the game's running good, so. I'm doing good with the mosquitoes for some reason. All right. All right, let's see. We got more roots. I'm on a roll, man. I can't get through that yet because I need the axe. So I can't get through those little things. It won't let me. So uh alrighty. Looks like it's just me and you, Jojo, today. Guess it. What made you? Where are you from, Jojo? Are you on the East Coast, or are you like in Europe? I don't think. Well, some people do their streams like on Twitch. I follow a few streamers and they Twitch at all times of the day, and it's just crazy. It's like he'll do it at 2 in the morning, and one will this guy I know he always does it all hours. So he might start at 3 a.m. and then stop at 6 a.m. It's just crazy. I mean, that's admirable. He'll just do whenever he feels like it. He's a night owl. He's a day owl. He's a I don't know what he is because he's all throughout the day he does that. Does he sleep? I don't know. I don't. I'll get one more try. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Maybe yes. Okay, I got him. Water. So this is the first part. It's a I would say this game can be a little slow at times, probably to watch. So that's I'll try to keep this as entertaining as possible. But I enjoy this game. So if I get quiet, I'm just really in the moment, and then just the zone. Okay, there you go. Got more water. You could just go to a river and get water. I don't know what's so special about finding water near a plant. So, um, oh my goodness, you're in Cali, and that's a wow. You're in a totally different. It's very early for you, but you said you tend to be up at this time. Well, are you a night owl, Jojo? All right, let's see. I was trying to get over to the right. Um, um, I want to get that chest or whatever you call it. What are those things? I know they're treasure chests. Oh, good, I leveled up. So I know they're called treasure chests. I'm just trying to, I don't know, it's just a plant you open up or whatever. A little like it looks like an onion or something. I don't know. That's what I always thought it was, like a huge onion. You just take off the top and there's a you open it up and you start crying. So gosh, I'm on a roll with those mosquito things or whatever they're called. Can't get over it. I usually never can hit one. Usually the dog has to get him for me. All right, this is a battle I remember. If I die, it's not the end of the world. So Jojo says I tend to really only sleep for like 5 hours. Insomnia is a fun thing. Maybe you just don't need more than 5 hours of sleep. What was it? What politician was that used to? And I'm not trying to compare you to this person. I think Donald Trump only. I think there's a thing he only slept 4 hours a night. I mean, oh, let me get this guy some. Oh wow, I don't have a pedal for the dog. All right, so if I die in this, it's okay. I just want to at least kill one. Oh, my dog's already dead. Wonderful. Come on. Oh man. I think I remember I used to do this. He'll come after me. Hold on. There you go. Oh man, I'm dead. And this is a game where you have to wait the time your hits to 100% so you can get the full attack. He's gonna come after me. Oh no, he's not. Okay. Maybe he's not gonna come after me here. Okay. I just want to kill one of them. That's it. Just give me that. Oh, I appreciate it, JoJo. My Charlie Brown sweater. Okay, good. I'm happy. I just wanted to kill one. I just feel at least I did something good. I Now normally when I play this game, I usually in the jungle, I usually at least level up to like level 3 or 4 before facing the raptors. Are you okay, kid? You took quite a beating out there. Whoa, what happened? The raptors got you. They're a tricky lot, they are. Thanks to this wild animal here, you were saved. That's no animal, it's my dog. He's just not himself right now. He's going. The dog is going through an identity crisis. Well, now that's your that I'm well. Now that you're both safe in our friendly village, you can save your game. Okay. Imagine coming up to somebody in real life and saying, "Hey, how's it going, Nick? How you doing? You can save your game now." It's like, what the hell? I'm gonna save over this. It's fine. Feel free to take items from our gourds in this village. We know that you'll return the favor, and you'll definitely need the help. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Some ash. Everyone's got like different colored hair and stuff in this game, and at least in the jungle part of the world. Wow, that was quite a fight that you had in the village. You should be more careful. I can't read this morning because I'm still trying to wake up. I swear I can read better. I ought to get a first grader to read for me this morning. They do a better job than I would. You'll find alchemy ingredients a plenty if you search the village outskirts. But be careful. The place is packed with creepy creatures. You like my bee? His name is Buzz. He'll sting you. Sting. Ouch. I don't like Buzz. There are many special items that you should bring along. They're just basically telling you, like, they're talking about this person called Fire Eye and stuff like that. And this one obviously is talking about the metric system. And okay. Fire Eye is a good role model for young villagers like me. I'm a big fan. So I'm not going to talk to everyone anymore. Get out of my way, lizard, or whatever you are. Because they're all just going to give you kind of tips and advice and stuff like that, and I don't, see if your dog is completely out of energy, you should revive him with a biscuit. If your dog has died, so here's advice. If your dog has died, oh, Juju, that's a good point. I think back in Prehistoria, we sort of did what grunts, huh, oh, we didn't communicate. So apparently this is not true Prehistoria. Plus, there's dinosaurs. Humans and dinosaurs never interacted. That's like 64 million year difference or whatever in their extinction. There were raptors, I think, but I think they evolved into birds or something. But we never came in contact with dinosaurs. We never existed. So I don't really have any money. I don't have any talons. No, we're just gonna pass. I really want like armor and stuff like that, so I can get some skin, wear some armor or whatever it is. I'm still trying to find some alchemy. All right. Okay. Oh, get out of my way, dude. It's kind of like reality, when someone's just in your way, like when you're in the grocery store, or someone's in your way, you're like, excuse me? And then they look at you and and they slowly get out of your way, and you're like, you're really in a hurry, you gotta go. This is the way this game can be. Or a lot of RPGs on the Super Nintendo are like that. They're just like, get out of my way, dude, just go. And then you're stuck here waiting for them to move. I mean, they really put him in a bad spot because he'll block us in. I happen to remember these secrets though. I got you a biscuit, dog. Biscuits, and was it Sling Blade when he said biscuits and mustard or whatever? I like my biscuits. So I remember I can't go north of the village yet. Because I need a axe to cut the plants or whatever, like weeds to get through. Because a boy can't walk through weeds, apparently. He don't want a tick bite, maybe. I don't know. So, let's just, all right, let's just go meet Fire Eyes. It'll progress the story. This is the hut of our leader. Please show Fire Eyes your respect. They should make him sound more like Goo Goo Gaga. Hey. Or not Goo Goo, that's baby talk. They should make him sound like, hey, Ooga Ooga. Fire Eyes, Fire Eyes, Fire Eyes, Fire Eyes, Fire Eyes, Fire Eyes. Say that 5 times fast. What? Oh, hi. My name's Elizabeth. Everyone around here calls me Fire Eyes. Hi. Rhyme is my name. Well, Rhyme, step into my hut. We'll talk. Ooh. That doesn't sound good, but the Fire Eyes is supposed to be a little girl, so I can't I shouldn't make fun of this. I heard that you had quite a fight in the jungle. Is that the wild beast that saved you? Yeah, but he's not a wild beast. He's my dog. What's his name? His name it's... Okay. This is what I used to call the dog when I was a kid playing this game. Alright. You might think Nipper. Because back in the day, in the late 90s, late 90s, all that, I had a dog named Nipper. So I just named the dog after my own dog. Nipper. Nipper? That's original. No, it ain't original. You're not from around here, are you? I'm not really sure where here is, to tell you the truth. You're on Evermore in my prehistoric village. I'm the leader. You wouldn't know how to get back to Punnock from here, would you? Let's work something out, honey. How do you like to make yourself useful around here for a change? Well, the new village alchemist, Strongheart, has wandered off to the Bug Monk in the east. He's been searching for alchemy ingredients that are, plentiful in the muck. If you can, help him get back to the village, I will help you with whatever you need. Well, as Captain Leaf, Meltrox says, and Mars needs lumberjacks, I'm ready for anything. He's a movie buff. Before you go, I'd like for you to have an alchemy formula that I've developed. I call it Flash. It's pretty powerful against mean creatures. I do like the spell. It's pretty cool. You can use the formula whenever you have 1 part wax and 2 part oil. You just select the spell and let it fly. The more you use the flash form, the better it'll get. Okay, cool, thanks, bye. So, really cool. Thanks, Jojo. Oh, he smells something. I always thought about this. When dogs sniff around, they always sniff for crap and stuff like that. So I wondered, this is gross, but it would be kind of funny if they had oh no, he went down to pick something up and it was poop. Because that's what dogs do. They sniff stuff like that, other dogs pee and stuff like that. I don't know, dog stuff. Dog is a man's best friend, but boy, they're gross. Dogs can be gross. I love dogs, but they got this whole butt sniffing thing, and it's that's how they get to know each other or whatever. It's just they got their own social stuff. Well, humans got their problems, and so do dogs. So, okay, so this is going to be kind of the boring part of the game, because I really at this point like to level up a few levels here, and this is a great place for me to level up. I like to do what we call farming, and it's really cool. So I'll just do some little talking about the turtles, which I'm going to be, or whatever those things are, the skeleton turtle things, or I don't know if they're like a seashell on them or something. I don't know what they are. There's something I have no clue why they're here in this world. They don't look like they fit in here. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I'm going to start working on these dudes here. I am very weak. Because I remember I used to start hitting them in like 2 hits and they're dead. Okay, we are leveled up. I'm going to try to get to level 8. So. No, man, I hate those stupid plants. And then the other ones, there's other kinds. I think they eat you or something. They take some damage. Oh, we're getting... I remember when Super Nintendo used to do that all the time. When you get so many sprites on the screen, it'd start like bogging down. I mean, when they tested it, I'm sure they were aware of it, but they just said, "Oh, heck with it," I guess. All right, let's see if we got one more guy up here. And, okay, you see, I'm really leveling up, and plus I'm gonna get some talons, so I can get more, so I can buy some stuff. Okay, here we go. So bear with me while I try leveling up. Gotta farm, gotta farm. I think in RPGs, there's a point where you just have to stop and just start doing battle and stuff, especially older RPGs. That's just the way it was. Otherwise, you're going to have a very difficult time in the game where you won't progress much further. When I was a kid, I used to never farm at all. And I would just struggle. It just makes the battles a little more, I'd say, fair. Like, especially the boss battles in this game. I don't want to use my alchemy because I don't have much like wax and stuff. All right, Nipper's at 4. Jojo, do you have any dogs or anything? I'm going to go back and then we're going to start all over again. Okay, I'm at 5. We're getting there. We're getting there. See, they're really great at leveling you up early in the game. It's just... I wonder if they did this intentionally, you know, put these guys here like that. Because, like, the enemies are just not, like, grouped like that ever in most of the games. It's not like this, so... I'm sorry. It's like your own kid, you know, when you lose your own pet, especially a dog, because they're so close to you, and it's definitely like losing a kid. That's why like my like I don't want. It's kind of why I'm like don't want to get a dog because I know they're gonna leave me, and it's gonna be an awful grieving process. They truly are your kid. I remember losing Nipper. Um, I don't know I think the cancer took her really quick. She was just a mutt, like a mixed. I don't know what her, you know. Um, but I just remember my mom, and she just she goes, I'm never getting a dog again. I says, why I don't want to get dogs is because this happens. And I was there when, everyone was there when she passed away. It was just timing, but it was devastating on all of us. I was still a kid, and it was hard for me because I grew up with that dog. But I focus on the fun times with that dog, and she was a smart dog. I think emotionally, like, was very. She didn't like violence. I remember that because every time I'd start to, me and my brother would horseplay and fight each other. My friend, we would fight. We'd like to play fight and stuff like that because we're boys. And that's what do you expect, of boys. But she hated it. She'd nip us. That's why she got the name Nipper. It's because she hated violence and she'd nip you if she'd see someone hitting someone else. So a lot of dogs that didn't even care when we do that, but just our own dog hated it. So getting there, we're getting there. 14. Oh wow, she was an elder dog. Wow, very good. Hey, Teardrops, what's up? Thanks for joining. You're another West Pacific timer too that joined with JoJo. So here we're talking about, JoJo had lost a dog and a long time ago, but we're just talking about dogs and how great they are and stuff like that. And the bad part is you you lose them. They're your kid. Um, some people don't grieve because I had one friend that was like happy their dog died. I'm like, why? And then he told me about the dog. The dog was just didn't like anybody, so it was less of a painful process when the dog went. There are some dogs that just don't like anybody. My one of my friend, he had bought a dog when he was like 14 from a pet store. But I'm more of like you go to a rescue shelter to get a dog, but it's okay if you go to the pound. But that dog never ever liked anybody in the family, and it lived like about 14 or 15 as well, like yours, Jojo. But this, I even met it. It just simply hated me too, and it's like it just never liked anybody. It just wanted its food, and that was it. And then when the dog died, he really he didn't really grieve much because he moved into his own place and he took the dog with him. Because his parents originally owned it, but because no one really cared for the dog. I mean, they cared. They were nice to the dog. They cared for it. They just didn't have any emotional attachments to that dog because it was just, I think, inherently, just genetically or whatever, hated everyone. Maybe it was abused before they bought the dog or something, and it led to all those psychological problems. There is dog psychology. Dogs are like have feelings and stuff too. I think they do that because they want to fill that void. When they lose their dog, they want to fill that I think that empty hole. My mom did that with a cat once, where the cat was eaten by coyotes. It was quite terrible, and then she goes, "I'm not getting another animal again." And then 2 weeks later, she immediately wants another cat because she's lonely. And I think that's the only reason I could not. I'm like you, Jojo. I can't get. You can't replace what you lost, and I can't do it either. So everyone handles grief differently. So teardrops, you're going to the potty, and then you're like, oh yeah, Matt's doing a stream. That's funny. I mean, I'm like that too with I follow people on Twitch, and then I'll be like in the middle of work. I'm like, oh darn, he's doing a Twitch now while I'm working. Like, well, I can't do that. I can't watch them. Sometimes at home I'll have their Twitch and I'll be listening to it. I kind of like, I almost treat them as like a podcast in a sense there where I don't always necessarily watch them, but I listen to them. Sometimes people are just simply interesting. They don't need to necessarily have to play a game to be interesting. I'm almost at level 8. I know this is boring, guys. Wait, where am I at, actually? I got 2 more levels. I'm trying to get 1,000 talons, too. So, talons is the currency in Prehistoria, whatever it's called. I don't know what this part of the planet's called. So, spoilers. There are like 3 different areas on this planet. One is more like Greco-Roman or ancient period. This is like prehistoric. Like what I mean, like Greco-Roman or ancient, like classical, whatever you call it. That's what it looks like the planet is because it's got very Greek or ancient Egyptian feel to it. This is more like prehistoric, what looked like during the Stone Age or something, minus the eating plants and the raptors and these seashell turtle things. You gotta have the fantasy in it, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know. I don't know what my favorite part of the game is. I definitely like that Greek temple. I just think the music and the action and all that involved in it was one of the best parts of the game. It just had a very good feel to it. So I don't know what it's called, the Hall of Colossia or something like that. I don't remember. It was one of my favorite parts in the game. Something about it. Just I always think of that part in the game. Every time I think of this game, I always think of that. Um, when I was littler, I liked the medieval because I was obsessed with medieval stuff. Oh well, that's good. All right, I'm almost there, guys. Almost, almost. I gotta be ready for that giant, whatever it is, the boss of this. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's on the front cover of the box art. Um, I don't know, some giant bug thing. I mean, they call it the bug muck, so I guess it's a giant bug. Let me see how much I got to the next level up. 566, really, really. Well, at least I made my talons. Actually, let me save it in case the power goes out or something. I'm just very paranoid. After I kill these guys, we'll stop at 7, level 7. I think that's good enough. I don't have to be 8. I may have said a 7 originally, so cool, cool. Let me just. I gotta kill these guys. I just have to kill them. Let's destroy them. I hated the desert too. You can do that. What is it, the ticket of annihilation or something? And that, like whatever the guy, the river Styx guy, whatever it is, like from Greek, he'll take you across the desert really quickly. I remember I hated it so bad too. You know, there is a formula alchemist in the middle of the desert in an oasis that can give you a really crappy spell. I didn't know that until like years later. Like, way, I never knew there was. I thought I got all the spells. That was always my goal, to get all the alchemy spells. So, I think it's Sting. I'm not sure. All right, let's get back to the village. There you go. Take that. Oh, cool. I'm about to level up my bone. I got a boner. Okay, let's go. There we go. And some clay. You are not one of us, not a viper. Either you are like fire eyes. You don't have green hair like we do. Nowadays, a lot of people have green hair and stuff like that. Let me get some rest. Remember it too. Wow. Okay, yes. Tin talons. I hope you had a good rest. Would you like for me to record your progress? See, like, imagine someone stays, at the hotel, and you got to turn your card back in to the front desk, and they say, I hope you enjoyed a good stay at our hotel. Would you like for me to save your progress? I've always wanted to do that when I worked in like services and stuff like that. They would look at me like, what are you talking about? I was not well liked in when I worked with customers and stuff like that because I think I got so bitter at the end. I'll never forget my last day working in a convenience store. It was, oh my gosh, I was about to kill this guy, and I was like, I'm done. I mean, he was a handsome bloke, but and that's the only reason why he got lucky. But he came in, he complained, saying, you guys owe me money from the pump. I never pumped anything, and it was automatically started charging me. I'm like, I'm sorry, let me look it up. And I looked on the register computer, and I seen no transaction. But I took his word for him. I was like, I don't see anything. He goes, it took money from me. He was yelling at me, and um, and I went out to the pump, and it said it had charged him 7 cents, 7 cents, and I'm like, I said, let's go back in, and let's go back in. I'm like, I owe you 7 cents. He goes, yeah, you owe me 7 cents, and I'm like, you're stupid. But anyway, I'm like, I understand he didn't want to be charged for something he's not paying. I get it, but I reached in my own pocket and I said, here's your dime, keep the change. And he started mumbling under his breath and stuff like that. And and then I dealt with like another bad customer that day, and then I was like working like we had like the convenience store had like a food program, like a Subway in the store. So I was doing customers there, and I was building these giant blasts, which are like 6 foot long subs, and I was doing all these vendors came in, were delivering stuff. I was doing like so many things at once. I went crazy, and I just got up and that was my last day, and I quit. I said I can't deal with this anymore. It was like two years of that, and that was it. I have a lot of respect for people that work in convenience stores, but oh my gosh, was not fun. It was not fun. I don't recommend working in convenience stores because if you have social anxiety, or you're a very sensitive person like me, I would highly not recommend not working in there. I mean, it would make you stronger and tougher, but there are days where you just can't deal with it. I don't think I went into this hut. Oh, sweet. She's loaded. What is she wearing on her head? Like fruit? It's like she's wearing a banana and a... I don't know. That's true, teardrops. It is true. I think that some people are just naturally removed from reality. They're just not aware of it. Like I have some people that are. Oh, he's loaded too. Sorry, I'm stealing your stuff. It's kind of funny. I'm going into everybody's. I'm not going to buy alchemy ingredients. I'm going to try going through this part of the game without spells. Um, but anyway, so yeah, there are people that are just not aware of. Like, I think they're just at a higher social ladder. I shouldn't say it like that, but they're just completely. Some people say self-absorbed, and it's not necessarily their fault. They're just not. They've never been exposed to like poor people and different types of people and stuff like that, and that's just who they are. I mean, they never will ever, they'll never learn, or they never will be aware of it. So it is sad, but it's the truth. I want to save again, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the end and save. But when I was a kid, I hated that so bad. I got wrapped up in like everyone is so privileged, but me, I'm here working at a convenience store serving college students who are just like has all these like Apple products and all this stuff that I would dream of having. I don't have, and it made me feel like I was like I felt I was telling myself, "Oh, you're just white trash. You will never amount to anything in life," and that was me telling myself that. And I got out of it. I think the first step was leaving the convenience store thing. I did go in manufacturing, and some people would say that was a step backward or whatever. I think it was a step in the right direction financially for me, because I went like $3 up an hour rate. I went from like minimum wage and went up. So, and then I see people that work in like fast food and stuff like that, and I have a lot of respect for them, because it ain't easy. You're not getting paid the best, you know. What do you keep going back that way, dog? Okay. Oh, pooey you. There we go. Ah, cool. So I can charge up my boner. Here we go. Okay. Sweet. I love that. You just can't miss. Timing is key. Did I quit my best? Hold on. Didn't feel like it. Because he's still taking the same kind of damage as earlier. Yeah, teardrops. I'm not a fan of confrontations and stuff like that, and but sometimes I do, and I kind of regret, like I kind of blew up at my boss, um, last Friday because I was just not happy with what I was doing and stuff like that. But and she said you have a legitimate complaint. I just don't want to be. I never whine and fuss. I'm just usually, you know, going with the flow and stuff like that. But I just had to tell her that I'm not content with what I'm doing. And in the past, I never said anything. I just got up and quietly left. And, you know, they may not necessarily have a solution, but I think they kind of need to be aware of, you know, why, like what's going on, because are you happy or not? And, sometimes you got to be careful in that because you don't want to get, you don't want to get fired for complaining and stuff. And I remember I worked at this one job in Portland, Oregon, and they were rushing me, making me work like overtime, all these hours trying to get this project out, and because they just wanted it, out of the way. And I'm like, okay, they just wanted it done, so they rushed and rushed and rushed and was like cracking the whip on me. And then suddenly one day, one of the managers comes over to me and says, "We're taking you off. We're gonna put this project on hold, and we're gonna make you learn this other thing, or make you do this other thing." I'm like, look, I've been spending a lot of hours, and I got mad about it, and I said the F word once, and the manager got out of the office and went to the CEO and the CFO and CEO, and then the CFO pulled me in the office and said, "I should fire you right now for saying the F word." And I'm like, and this is where I have a backbone nowadays, and this is when I started getting a backbone. I said, look, we're blasting rap music all day in the office, and it's like gangster rap and stuff. This is like old school stuff, pretty hardcore stuff. And I said, I just heard the CEO say, blank suckers all the time, and he said like homophobic terms and stuff like that. And he goes, well, that may be true. And he didn't have much to say after that. He's kind of like, I backed him in the corner. So, and after that, 2 days later, I think I quit that job. I loved what I was doing. I just didn't like the people there, and I know I'm rambling on, but that's just how I am. I absolutely agree. It makes our shell stronger It makes us tougher. The only thing I get worried about is if we're exposed to such horrible stuff, does it make us numb? Does it make us numb to all that stuff? Like if someone just says something mean to you, you should really feel the pain because you might have done something wrong and you probably should have been yelled at about it. But if you're like immune to it, um, that's not good. I think in the military, I worked with people in the military and I got mad at this one guy and I was yelling at him like, "What are you doing? You did it wrong." And he was like, he didn't say nothing. He's like, it was because he's used to the military. You're used to getting yelled at and stuff like that. You're kind of desensitized to like all that kind of stuff. If you went through boot camp and all that stuff, you're already tough, let alone in that part. At least psychologically. And you've been exposed to so much like awful things in the military, warfare and stuff. You may have. Not everyone is. I know my older brother, Jason, he's seen some things in Afghanistan and stuff that really, I'm not going to talk too much about his personal life, but that has an impact. And this is very common. Post-traumatic stress disorder is, fairly common, I think, in the military. It's pretty sad. But yeah, and I think that's where I'm emotionally unintelligent. Teardrops is, I think too stupidly, and I just let my emotions run wild, and that's something I still need to get out of. At my age, I shouldn't be acting that way. Um, I appreciate teardrops, I really do. I mean, it's a combination. You have to be it does make you stronger, stronger person, like I was saying. But the risk is if you're too strong, um, you actually become desensitized to pain or to the situation. All right. The thing I will say about this game is it's a little like slower. The music's a lot slower and stuff. But as I've gotten older, it's just probably because I'm older, I appreciate this kind of music and stuff like that. It's almost like ambience or whatever you call it in a sense. Like this is very simple music because they didn't have flutes and whistles and auto tune. They didn't have that back in like prehistoric times. So they tried to match the music a little bit to the time period that we're in. It's not really a time period, but it's supposed to represent the time period, except the slugs and the things coming out of the oil or whatever, the tar. Everything trying to kill me suddenly. That would be really crappy if, you go out in the woods and then you have to fight like bears and foxes because they're just all attacking you for some reason. It's like, leave me alone. Most wild animals run from humans, you know. They're not all trying to hunt us. Oh, slug. Okay, I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to I hate fighting these creatures in the game, so I'm going to kind of skip through them. Who are you? Hello, Fred. I don't get many visitors out here in the bug muck. I study alchemy. It's very powerful. Alchemy? You're not Strongheart, are you? No, but I know him. I saw him only a few days ago. He was walking toward the big bug. Oh, that's what it's called, big bug. I guess it's the boss of this area. If you were going in after him, you should have another alchemy formula. Alchemy is quite useful. You take a little of this, a little of that, and poof. It's like magic. Let me give you the hardball formula. It's an effective weapon. I mean, okay, so just mix 1 part crystal with 1 part clay and give it a toss. Would you like to purchase? I'm gonna buy some. It's just expensive. I don't like the hardball as much. Oh, I gotta save actually, because I don't know. Would you like to equip spells? No. Would you like to purchase ingredients? No. Would you like me to save you progress? Imagine someone just you pull up to McDonald's, someone keeps asking you a ton of questions. Would you like this? Would you like that? You get kind of annoyed, so. Oh, cue the Sephiroth song. Sephiroth. So Teardrops talks about post-traumatic stress disorder is overly common in the military, and being tactful takes a lot of practice. Always try to be a better person. Improvement is progress. Absolutely, absolutely. So we learned some secrets today on Secret Sunday. I call this is the name of this video, or it's supposed to be Secret Sunday. Um, let's open up an onion thing. All right. That's screw 'em. I just. Oh man, it's a dead end. Okay. Sorry, I'll be quiet. Slugs. So I give these creatures their own name. Like slug, I don't. It's probably not really a slug. Skeleton with a long neck coming out of oil. Skull neck. I call them skull necks. So that's what we'll call them. Slug, onion. Like in Zelda, like there's a like the spot in the original Zelda game. There's a thing called a like a spider. I mean, it looks like a spider, but it's called a tektite or whatever like that. I'm like, I just call them spider, and then the little bat things, I just call them bats. There's special names for all of them, but I ain't calling them that. Skull necks. I'm at level 8. There you go. I did it. I accomplished what I need to do today. I don't like facing them. They're not worth it. Okay, so this is a perfect stopping point. We're going to go into Big Bug's secret lair next time. Let me get this first, actually. There we go. Now I'm happy with going in. So, as always, thank you guys for joining me on this early videos. It's very rare. I'm never going to be doing this again as far as earliness, but it was definitely, I'm glad that some of you guys managed to come on. I'm just, especially from the Pacific time, it's just crazy. I would have never guessed. So, we'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.